Alright, chat. You guys know I freaking love Shadowrun games, right? I've played all of the classic ones on stream. The SNES one was a favorite of mine when I was a kid. So I played the SNES one, the Genesis one, and the Sega CD one. And I think, I might be mistaken, but I still think my playthrough of the Sega CD Shadowrun is the only playthrough in English that you can watch online. I even wrote a goddamn translation software for that. It was very good. Final Fantasy VI starts as a snowy area. If you're talking about SNES games, it was 6, but it was called 3, right? When it was released back then. Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, that one. It is actually 6. Anyway, you guys know I love that kind of game. You guys know I like cyberpunk games, and I like JRPGs in general. So I recently came across this game, and I'm gonna talk about it. There's a bunch of stuff I need to talk about. So I'm gonna bring it up, okay? And I would like you guys to tell me if you have seen this game already. I would like for you guys to be honest, because I know someone is gonna be, oh, this game, like, I've beat it like 5 times already. It's this. No, where is it? Where is it? Illusion City. Gene Toshi. Shadowrun, the modern Shadowrun games look like they're very good. You've never heard of it? Yay, I got one. This is a Sega CD game. It was released on the Sega CD. Let me bring up my notes. This game, original, we're gonna be playing the original version. The original version is 1991, and it was released for the MSX. Specifically, it was released as an exclusive for the MSX Turbo R, which was only ever manufactured by Panasonic. It is very rad. You guys have no idea how fucking rad. Cool dude. You probably got the wrong channel, but I appreciate it. This game is fucking rad. Now, this game was released for the MSX originally. Where are my notes? Here. It got a release for the PC 98 in 1992, for the FM Towns in 1993, for the Sharp X68000 in 1993, as well as the Sega CD. You don't think you know it at all? Nice. Nice. I do like finding obscure shit. So I'm glad you guys... For me, okay, thank you. I appreciate it. Now, this game was obviously only released in Japan. This was made by Micro Cabin. And their most famous series of games is the Zack series of games. XAK, which is a series of action RPGs released for Japanese computers back in the day. Doofus. A little bit sometimes, yes. And some people have found this game because of Zack, because Zack is a slightly more popular series of games. It's from the same era, 1991. The very first Zack predates this game. Is that an X68 thing from... this game was released on the X68 thing. Zack? The original Zack was released for like 6 different systems, including the X68000 and the SNES. The Japan-only console, there are plenty. The next consoles, the next stuff, except for like the PC Engine, which was released as a TurboGrafx, those are all Japan-only. The FM Towns was Japan-only. Well, those are not consoles. Maybe you're talking about the PCFX? The X68000 is a computer from Sharp. Right. So, this game was released originally on the MSX. If you're not familiar, MSX is one of those computers from... Let me get a different song here. Hang on. Here. Fine. So the MSX was a series of computers that was released as a, you know, back when they had computing stuff for the IBM PC, like before the IBM PC and alongside it. It was mostly spearheaded as a standard set of computers by Microsoft for the Japanese market, and it was mostly manufactured by other companies. It was at the time one of the very few computers that was actually released in Brazil. We had a thing back then with the military dictatorship that prevented computers from being a thing down here. So that game, the MSX, because it was manufactured by local companies, it was made down here, specifically by Gradiente, which I've mentioned before. They worked with Nintendo on manufacturing the Nintendo 64 down here for a while. But yeah, because we never got stuff like Amiga computers or Atari computers, any of that. Even the NES was like, we had Famiclones, until Nintendo decided to follow on Sega's footsteps down here in Brazil and partner up with a local company for that. Could I help you? Was it translation for a leaf in my language? Folha? It would be like folha or pétala, although pétala is more like petal. I would say folha, which is the same for a sheet of paper. How would you spell it? Yeah, it uses a phoneme, LH, that is not very common outside of our language. Anyway, this game takes place in Hong Kong, is on the string title, and this game got a fan translation about 4 months ago. Originally, it came on 8 low-density floppy disks. So you can imagine that a game on the MSX on 8 floppy disks is bound to be fucking awesome. LH is a thinking language. Yes, it is. Lya, ye, yo, you. But yeah, we have a few combinations that use the letter H. LH is one of those. But yeah. So this, and one of the things that reminds me a lot of Shadowrun with this game is that on Shadowrun you have that event, and one can remind me of the name. I don't know if it is the Awakening or what is it, where some cataclysmic event happens in the world and magic becomes a thing and fantastical creatures become a thing. I don't remember the name of that. So this game has a similar thing in that there is like some kind of invasion, goblinization. Goblinization, I think, is specifically the effect that caused some people to change race when that Awakening event happened. So there is a demonic invasion that happens in Southeast Asia, more specifically in Hong Kong. And when it all settles down, Hong Kong is taken over by this company called Siva, which is like a big corporate entity that just decides to rule the country. And this is 1991, right? So this is when you had that thing between England and China regarding Hong Kong, where the ownership was being transferred. I don't know the politics of the thing. And basically in this reality, both countries decided to just give up on Hong Kong. They can do their own shit. So it's that basically the government is instead one big demon-controlled corporation. And I don't know about you guys, but that sounds fucking phenomenal as a setup for a game. Like, it's everything you need for a proper cyberpunk dystopia, because you also have demons now. That's fantastic. They're thinking of the coming handover of Hong Kong. There's a lot of fictional work of the 90s that leaned on that. It was quite a big event of the days. If only history went that way. Yeah, it would probably be better for them to be demon-controlled, right? Alright, so there is a fan translation for this game. It's hard as balls to get this game running properly, because you have to get the correct version of the floppy disks. Just disk 1, I found 5 different versions of it. Only one of those is correct, of course. You don't have to translate every single disk, then you have to run a custom patch to put it all together into a cartridge so you can save the games without having to switch floppies. And then you need to set up an emulator with a specific kind of machine. It's not just any MSX computer, it's an MSX Turbo specifically, which only Panasonic made. And then you have to plug in like a specific piece of hardware to be able to save the games on a flash card that is emulated actually, and then you want to plug in a MIDI device, and then you have to set up your operating system to actually take the MIDI signal. It was very hard to get this working, but I think it's worth it. Demon government could not be much worse than what happened. Yeah. I think about 30% of the countries in the world would probably be better off with demon governments. At least they're honest. Alright, so they did a fan translation of this, and the thing about the fan translation is that these people, bless their fucking hearts, they actually translated the manuals and everything. Before we look at the manuals, let's take a brief look at the back of the box. Look at this Illusion City. Let me get a fan translation of this. Where is it? Where is my translation? Okay. VR equipped with VR system version 2.5. I have no idea what that means. Look at those screenshots. Now, this is a top-down RPG, so it's going to have scrolling. And if you guys are not aware, Japanese computers a lot of the time were very shit about scrolling. The MSX has no hardware scrolling, so it's all jerky and stuff. It's gonna be the downside of playing this game on the original version. This game does push the MSX hardware quite a bit, but yeah. Let me translate the rest. 8 heads tall character adopted. I don't know what that means, but there are 2 people in bed, so I don't think they need to adopt anything. Character production revolution! Exclamation mark. I have no idea what that's supposed to stand for. And then you have this blurb, which I cannot translate all of it. Look at that combat scene on the bottom left. I don't know about you guys, but that thing is freaking phenomenal. Reminds me of the TurboGrafx version of Might and Magic, which is the best version, but it's only in Japanese. Alright, Hong Kong, a city of the near future filled with a sinister atmosphere. A man of, and then I can't translate the rest because it's illegible. Madness and evil runs through the city. The man is in search of his lost past. The Persecutor Destroyer launches a special anti-demon attack by the People's Police against a great unknown evil. He pulls all his energy into it and eventually forgets how to sleep. I can promise you, chat, I will never forget how to sleep. That's one thing that I'm really good at. So as you can see, it mentions the floppy disk. It says that it comes in 8. And then you have to flip out of those if you want to get like, to save your game on the original version. But yeah, now I'm gonna pull up the menu and you guys are gonna see some artwork here. It's freaking phenomenal. Look at this thing. Illusion City data book. Look at that art. We are heading into some artisanal cyberpunk JRPG right now. Who is the artist? It is mentioned actually because this is a translated version. Look at that. Good lord, man, look at that shit. It's actually mentioned on the operation manual on the translation. It contains custom-made images done by Skelte Sirius Braskma, talented sketch artist from the Netherlands. I don't know if that's the main guy, but it has art from him. He's smoking, yes. Can't wait to hear the description for Hong Kong. The intro to this game, I haven't paid too much attention to it because I want to experience it with you guys, but the intro to this game is just exquisite. You hope to get to see landmarks. You can't point those out. I know zero about Hong Kong. Prologue. Look at that. Look at that thing. The guy's pulling a freaking revolver from his coat. Is the year 2000X. Not long after the handover to China, Hong Kong suffered an overnight citywide collapse due to the mysterious tectonic movements. In their final broadcast, the Hong Kong-based broadcasting channel went silent. Left behind the following message, accompanied by images of countless grotesque silhouettes wriggling in the darkness of the now collapsed Hong Kong city. People all over the world, please destroy Hong Kong. It has turned into hell over here. Soon, I think these accursed things will swarm over the entire world. Before that, this city will be... I beg of you, please destroy these things as soon as possible. Investigation parties were dispatched from China, of course, and from other nations, but not one man returned. A number of weeks went by without understanding anything about the current situation. It's here where a private corporate organization that has achieved rapid growth in recent years comes into play. This is SIVA, a group of international information organizations. It is contracted by the Chinese government to suppress the chaos in Hong Kong under the pretense of a so-called investigation. Several months later, SIVA reports to the Chinese government that it has concluded all of its investigation activities in Hong Kong's collapse and has mostly removed the obstacles. Before long, SIVA gains autonomy over the reborn Hong Kong, provided that Hong Kong's function as a city will be restored. However, even today, 20 years later, the way the investigations were conducted, people still don't know in detail what has happened. Today, under SIVA's complete control, Hong Kong has succeeded in rebuilding itself as a city of international information organizations. There are still numerous areas where the obstacles of the collapse remain. This is the City of Illusions. Title drop. A paradise. Can we chill in chat a little bit? Just a little bit. Hello there, Junkito. Can we chill? Thanks. A paradise from the spirit world has materialized on Earth. Desire and decadence dance around each other as both pleasure and despair support people's hearts. Man, this text is phenomenal. They call the city, which is brimming with all these kinds of thoughts and feelings, Illusion City. No abstractism, I'm not... Jesus. I don't know how to deal with that kind of stuff, I really don't. I just want people to chill, let's focus on the video games, please. Let's talk about how awesome the art is, and soon we'll be talking about the music. Let's try to focus on that stuff. Like, I'm not equipped to deal with that kind of drama. One day this channel is gonna get large and I'm just gonna get like stomped into oblivion. I'm gonna get cancelled, I'm not even gonna know why. It's fine. It's fine. One thing that I always say, you can't dislike governments. I hate governments, most of them. But when you try to lump, and it's just my opinion, I'm not trying to invalidate abstractism's opinions, but when you shit on a country, you're also shitting on its people, and most people are just trying to get on with their lives. So I'm just saying, like, if you want to say fuck this country, maybe instead say fuck this country's government. I think everyone can be okay with that because everyone hates governments. Right? Just my 2 cents on it. Tech bros are fucking everything. They are. Fuck the tech bros. Fuck Elon Musk. Be angry because of it. I get it. I get it. It's very easy for us to just be angry. I just wish you could direct that anger a little bit better if whenever possible. Don't aim it at like, because you run the risk of turning your anger against people who are as victims, if not more victims of it than you. It's just that you have to be mindful of it. It's hard to deny China's government treated Hong Kong evilly, though. That's a very fair assessment to make. I think that is you agreeing with abstractism. It's just a matter of how we express that. Right. Okay, abstractism. You know that argument that you're making right now, that's the same point you were trying to make before, but I think that's more reasonable. So, there we go. We have learned, we have improved. Famous internet censorship corporate has been cancelled forever. Well, if the government is in chat, they're probably hello there, game dev chat. They probably are. What set things off? 2020X, Hong Kong lower areas. It's shady. Not quite night or day. The whole area is covered in a haze that rises up. Broken neon signs nervously and repeatedly flicker on and off again. The barking of a dog. The baking of a dog. I'm so sorry. Her baking dogs now. The barking of a dog echoes in the distance. Soon after, the footsteps of several people running can be heard, mixing in with the distant barking. The footsteps are rapidly approaching these streets. Quickly, sis! Wait! Oh, May! First, two girls appear in the street. Footsteps can still be heard from behind both of these girls. Oh, May, it's no use. I can't run anymore. What do you say? Come on in here. Okay, I'm not gonna read everything. It's a lot of text, and this is phenomenal. Look at that art. I freaking love this kind of illustration. Look at that guy. Hong Kong. Destroyed in one night due to tectonic movements. 20 years have passed. Siva Tower. The plate, which is the upper level area. The original tectonic plate, which is the lower level area. Numerous support pillars lift the links to the upper and lower. Okay, so it's one of those upper town, lower town kind of places where you had the fucked up place with the elites living literally on top of it. Transportation facilities. Look at this is art from inside the game. Look at that protagonist. Reminds me of freaking, what's his name from Snatcher? Very hard-boiled person with a trench coat. Mei Hong, the female protagonist. So have male protagonist and female protagonist. It's good to know who those are. People refer to as a diver. Demon Intercept Vital Erase Runner. Demon Intercept Vital Erase Runner. Chat, remember that. It's gonna be on the test. You wish you had a cool trench coat like that. We all do. Primarily make a living hunting monsters, an occupation that is specific to the lower areas. The diver computer system automatically processes the bounty as their income and pays out according to the respective level of the monsters they've hunted down. Those among the divers who have the most outstanding skill are referred to as S-class divers, special class divers. Our protagonist is one of them. Okay. I had a friend like Mei Hong. She looks like the kind of person that looks like she's actually useless, but is there when it matters the most. the hat on the old master, oh, that's so much hair. Look at the weapons dealer with that thing on his face. By the way, he doesn't have a medical license. Iron, Xiaomei, Houmei. Oh, these characters were mentioned in the intro. Cash, who is a mercenary, looks very mercenary to me. Looks like Bella Dandy from Oh My Goddess. I haven't watched that like ever. It was a thing before I had access to anything. Shi Tianfei, one of Mi Tiansect's 8 legions. Nantile Li. What am I doing with my language? Monster data files, okay. Then you have the operation manual, which is like the more like technical thing, how to start the game, controls and stuff. Here is the screen layout. I have a mouse-enabled indicator. I'm not gonna use the mouse because I had trouble getting it to run properly. VR transparency-enabled indicator and switch? What? I need to open up a text file that has the controls for me. Hang on. I have that somewhere. Here. Okay, I'm looking at a text file that tells me that left, right, up and down move, left, right when buy or selling stores, attacking with weapon, space to select an option. Yeah. It seems very simple. I'll try to play it with a keyboard. Very charming. I know nothing about it. I know it existed. I saw clips of it that I got from some weird-ass CD-ROM that came on the magazine. That's all my knowledge of Oh My Goddess. Played any Game Boy or GBA games? I have played a bunch on the Looney Tunes retrospective and a few others. I didn't grow up with a Game Boy, but I played the first Ace Attorney game. That was a GBA game, right? Trying traditional hands in pixels is going to be fun to try to read. Yeah, the resolution, like the MSX was like 256 by 192 or something, and like this is cropped, like it doesn't. This is not the full screen. I have my capture cropped so we can use better the space here. Party conversations, computer terminal combat. Look at the combat. Look at how exquisite the combat screen looks. Spyro Games GBA is actually fun, so it's Sim Tower. I've heard good things about Spyro on the GBA. Oh, I've played Zero Mission for the GBA. That game is phenomenal. If you like Metroidvanias at all, Zero Mission is the remake of the very first Metroid game, and it has like a bonus chapter that is phenomenal as well. That takes place after the original game. And unlike the original game, you can play it just without guides or anything and just figure everything reasonably. I knew nothing about Metroid when I played that game, and I did just fine. Gun, rifle, hand cannon, heavy weapon, sword, staff. The weapon of choice for all warriors and sorcerers. These staffs are not just a simple pole or wooden stick. They come with enhanced magic. There is magic in this game, I did not know that. Claws. Not many people that know how to handle this. Slashing wires. Protective gear. Magic. While you might expect no wizards or warlocks in modern Hong Kong these days, there are, however, people who can invoke some basic magic. This includes healing magic, but also damaging magic. It is said that true spirited people have magic in the... This game feels more and more like Shadowrun. I freaking love it. Golden Sun. I really want to play those games. They look phenomenal. Ah, the SNES or the SXL. I have the Galaxy one. Magic? I know, but you know, look, I'm not a fan of magic, but if it is a party and one of the side characters has magic and you use it mostly for healing, it's fine. Magic is limited in use and determined by the amount of magic power the caster owns. Every magic spell comes with its own MP consumption. When you need, the instantaneous return technique might save you from dying, give you a chance to recover through spending the night at a hotel nearby or by using items or magic. Game menu. Oh, there is a full diagram of the game menu. This is phenomenal. You can save the game in 5 different locations. Took me like 2 hours to figure out how to save the game. I'm gonna be using the flash ROM. I have a specific cartridge loaded into the emulator. Experience hit ratio. VR transparency. When turned on, walls and people become transparent and can be seen through. It is useful in places where there are walls and it is difficult to see. Automatic avoidance. You'll be able to move forward by avoiding walls, but sometimes you cannot avoid them completely and you will wander around. Conversions. When enable, a conversation with a non-party NPC automatically starts when you bump into them. Switching off ensures efficient traveling. During gameplay, characters will be hidden when they enter the shadows of a building or other object. This can be considered a realistic display. However, there are times when it's inconvenient as you can lose sight of your party. Although BGM isn't truly a setting, lets you listen to the wonderful tunes from the IC sound team. And from what I've seen so far, Chad, the music in this game is exquisite. Enjoy the wording these days. Just thought warlocks in the past. Yeah, I mean, that's Hong Kong, right? Hong Kong is stock full of... I'm gonna prepare my notebook because this is an RPG. We might want to write shit. Okay. This ends with Lands of Lore, so we have fresh space here for notes if necessary. You are from Changchou, which is an island part of Hong Kong, not the main city's area. Don't expect to see it. There's a major cultural event there, so we might... Have you played Shadowrun Hong Kong? How is that for someone that knows the place, if you have? Magic is only available for some party members. Okay, targeting... Look at that mecha guts thing. Hive floating thing. Lee's asleep here, whoever Lee is. Alright, like, I'm not gonna look too much into the menu, right? We want to see the game. So I think this game is gonna be freaking phenomenal. I'm gonna load up the emulator here. I have to plug in some modules into the emulator so it works. And if anyone wants to play this game and need help getting it to run, let me know, because it wasn't easy. Because it's like computer emulation, it's always a bit more complicated. Like, it's fine when it's like DOS or Windows because we're used to that, so we know exactly what we're doing. When it comes to these old computers that had like all these random ass modules, you just get lost. Alright, so let me move over here. Now I want to read this thing really briefly, just because I think I got a good summary. In the wake of a demonic cataclysm, we are a demon hunter in Hong Kong, a city that has become an isolated corporate state where ancient Chinese myths collide with cyberpunk greed. I think I nailed it, honestly. Metal tower with buns only on the outside. Hello there, Helical. This game is so cool. I've ever seen it start out with the most powerful games this year. See, it took us less than 1 hour for someone to come in and say they already know the game, so it's... yeah, I can't escape that. Welcome in, Helical. So, yeah, let me get the show started.
Who are you and how did you get in here?
The thing, start the other thing.
And I'm a locksmith.
And Soul Chef, thank you for the follow. Enjoy the free emotes. So this is the team that translated the game. Thank you all so much for your work. Only seeing screenshots, it looks wicked. It does. It looks freaking phenomenal. Now, that part over there was a little bit cropped, but I spent like an hour trying to find the perfect crop. I think the rest of the game is not gonna be missing anything. I tried to use the space the best I could. Spent a lot more looking at games than playing them. Yeah, if I weren't streaming, that would be me as well. FM music, yes, but I did manage to set up MIDI, and I checked both. There are a few songs that are a bit weird with FM. This game was kind of designed to be played with MIDI, and it can be very freaking annoying to play this with MIDI. I am using an MT32, but I'm using a modern version of it because this game uses some sound effects that were not available on the original one. But yeah, let's go. I'm gonna play the opening demo now. It has a lot of text, and I'll read through it, and I can't take a break because it goes by really fast. Prefer MIDI to FM, that's not usual. No, I think most people prefer MIDI. Alright. Now, do keep in mind that the MSX was not too good for scrolling in video games, and this game does push the hardware quite a bit. So even the intro has slowed down. Greetings, Ophir. Oh, come in, my friend. Now, I hope I have the volume right. I hope I don't scare anyone here. There's gonna be a loud sound coming right now. Alright? Alright, I tried my best. No, that was fine. And you can only hear... Listen to that, man. Listen to that. Hong Kong. Report by the Civil Board of Inquiry. The weather conditions above the Hong Kong skies are behaving erratically, and the visibility is very poor. There are large amounts of unidentified material in the atmosphere, so it is very dangerous to thoroughly investigate the situation outside the plane. Looking out over the city center of Hong Kong, the only things you can see are fog and debris. As of yet, no lights of people's houses or even those reported silhouettes can be seen. Listen to that music. Slow down. No survivors spotted within the Hong Kong barrier. Repeat, no survivors spotted within the Hong Kong barrier. At the beginning of the 21st century, the winds of destruction swept through. This catastrophe, which later would be referred to as the Demon's Descent crisis, devastated this vast Asian region entirely, and the once prosperous city was reduced to ashes. And so all order was lost. Famine, pestilence, war, and look at that thing, continuous chaos and the silence of death. What we saw amongst the turmoil. Look at that animation, it's so good. We're a new order in a new Hong Kong. This is so atmospheric. Report by the Second Millennium Board. A treaty will be invoked for the year 2000X AD, and effective immediately. Both the United Kingdom and China will renounce all rights pertaining to Hong Kong. After that, all of Hong Kong's autonomous customs and taxes will be assigned to city corporate entity SEVA. Now look at this, chat. Fucking phenomenal. Illusion City in a Toshi. Eight floppy disks, chat. This is some of the best shit I've ever seen. Horizon. Three people on music. Thank you for your service. Look at how cool this guy is. He wakes up cool, he goes to bed cool, he doesn't have to put in any effort. Look at the dead thing on the floor. Guts. Not really. And look at our main character with a trench coat. Everyone here wants that trench coat. These people are born cool. I think those two are dudes, yes. Time for gun. Oh, this is so good. Not cool enough for a trench coat. And the trench coat is like a coolness multiplier. You need to have a little bit, otherwise it just... If you have negative coolness, the trench coat makes it worse. I think the music ends abruptly. Hello there, we'll see you later. You just missed an amazing intro. Yeah. Have to be a detective to pull it off. Listen, how atmospheric is this shit? There must be Shadowrun. This game is eerily close to Shadowrun, but it isn't. I've already played all 3 old Shadowrun games on stream. I'm doing fine, Big Fat Plus. Welcome in, my friend. Listen to this. So simple, it's so effective. Now this game... No, Alex Murphy. This is the MSX Turbo. This is an MSX Turbo exclusive. It goes beyond MSX 2. Oh, Korn. We're talking about Korn now. Old school pen and paper Shadowrun on stream. I've never even seen that. You know very little about the MSX. Yeah, they had the MSX. The MSX 2, the 2 Plus, and the MSX Turbo. The MSX Turbo was just Panasonic. Was the last one. I freaking love Korn. What are you guys doing? I'll literally have 70% of my lunch be Korn if I'm able. I don't know, man. This sounds too cool, but we have to keep playing. A voice says... Now this has a bunch of JRPG tropes in it, including initial segment with ominous storytelling that diverts into normal waking up, and main protagonist who lost his memory. So it is still firmly JRPG territory, alright? So we can all be cozy and comfy over here. I'm not being paid by Bitcoin. I like Korn in anyway. Anyway, let's move on with the game. Tianren, regain thy power. The divine power that generally rules all of creation. Who's there? The Dasa should be released. The Dasa? When the Dasa are released, thy power will be restored. Thy power is like my power. That is the infinite power of the gods. The gods? You are! And it's a Japanese game. You can just waking up to this music, I don't think you can get more 90s gaming than this. This music is so different than everything else that we have heard. Tianren's apartment. Now look at the pixel art. I freaking love computer stations on these old games. Like, look at the pixel art, so exquisite. There's like a little modem next to the tower. There's a little phone. That phone is like 5 by 3 pixels. It's amazing. 6 out of 10. What are you talking about? You can even see the guy sleeping on the couch. 2 couches in front of a desk. There is like a microscope on the shelves over there. A bunch of books. There is a map. Tianran, Heaven Skyman. I don't know. Maybe. I should narrate horror and hang out with the Addams family. Yeah, let's all listen to some horror audio novel by some guy that takes you out of the action every now and again by mispronouncing something horribly. The lady was running from the killer when she came across a puzzle. You guys remember the puzzle? Freddy, who's there? 2 visitors. One of them is Mademoiselle Mei Hong. The other one cannot be identified. Patch them through. Oui, master. Also, Freddy is the AI and the AI is French. That Wednesday. He lights up a cigarette. A little smoke pixel art. You finally woken up, Tianran. Let us in quickly. Freddy, let our guests come inside. Mademoiselle Mei Hong is armed. Do I need to disarm her? No, that's okay. It's just a gun. Oui, master. Oh, the little terminal on the computer. Door opens. Welcome, Mademoiselle Mei Hong. And she's carrying someone on her back. This pixel art. Hello, Freddy. Oh, be sure to set the auto guards. Oui, Mademoiselle Mei Hong. I bet, Tianran? I bet Tianran configured the AI to be French on purpose. It is probably weird like that. I want to be called Monsieur and I want my friends to be called Mademoiselles. And he just set up the AI like that. He thought his soul left his body. That happens when you smoke a cigarette a little bit every time. Which is why you should avoid it. Gonna move to the iPad. Alright, abstractism. It's not one of those Japanese cyberpunk protecting the cigarette stuck to their lip. Maybe there was a drawing of him on the manual. He had a cigarette on the main drawing, yes. Tianran, excuse me, but I have to borrow your bedroom. Look at the cigarette. And she sits, the little thing, the swiveling chair, and she sits down. Those animations are exquisite. This is like a very macaw-coded game. Wonder if he streamed it yet. Probably not, but I haven't watched Macaw in a while. And yes, this is a very macaw game. Yeah, he probably wouldn't bother with it because it's already fan translated. He only plays these games when they're like fully unscrutable. This is like too accessible for Macaw. Name Mei is actually Mandarin. Would be Mui in Cantonese, means the same, just slightly different pronouncing. I haven't watched Macaw in a while. I haven't had the time. When I do have a little bit of time to watch streams, I try to take my audience to like smaller streamers who appreciate it. Like I like watching the people that raid me. Like Macaw requires time. Sorry for dropping by unannounced. Now, and this is one of those games, if you try to select finish talking, Hey, Jaren, I've not finished talking yet. You're being very rude. I was trying to test saving, so I had to skip through this dialogue a bunch of times. Reason for visit. I picked her up on the way back from work. What followed was a car chase with an all-black Toyota. You probably spelled wrong on purpose. I'm not the only one who remembers what it's like to be targeted, but it was the girl they were after. It took me 20 minutes to shake them off. Because of all this, my Mini looks like a complete wreck. That girl seems to have a complex background, to say the least. Talk about the girl. She doesn't look seriously injured. I think she's probably just unconscious. She was lying on the motorway. I almost became the one to drive her over. She wasn't carrying her citizen certification, the ID card. Judging from her clothing, she is not a citizen, inner citizen either. Oh, so inner citizen like she doesn't live on the upper floor? I always have VODs playing the ambience when you do anything to keep up with everyone. Mini Cooper, the latest mini car that I saw something about, it had a ribbon on the wheel that cuts into your fingers for aesthetic reasons exclusively. And the screen on the dashboard is round, just so it's incompatible with shit. Like, what are they doing? I like the minis on the outside, but apparently the insides of those cars is just too jacked. Alright, anything else that you have to tell me? No. Okay. You can skip dialogue pretty quickly. Nothing new, finish talking. I wonder if she is woken up. Gets up, swivels a chair, moves away. Would you mind coming here for a minute, Tiaran? Now, I haven't seen much of the game, just this little bit as I was testing it. I want you guys to just realize that the guy was sleeping on his couch and he took off his trench coat to sleep. But he cannot be up and about without being cool. Therefore, he stands up, grabs his trench coat, puts it on. I don't know, man, that's so cool. Don't be scared. He's on our side. Who may? Oh, that the text was them escaping, right, on the manual. Because it was Mei Hong and Hao Mei. The animation, even of the fabric, 11 out of 10. Precisely, thank you for acknowledging it. Cannot get over this detailed scene. Yes! You have the entire apartment with the shadows and everything, like it's so good. Like, you have a little bathroom, little mirror, the drain, the toilet. Like, I know a lot of games do this, but it reminds me so much of the Shadowrun games. SNES 1 has very detailed interiors as well. I freaking love it in these old games. With all the pixel art. Tianran, it looks like Siva is beginning to show its true colors. Oh. Like, Hao Mei is still, quiet. Let's talk about the girl. Hao Mei is from the outer citizen town, outer area in Tanglang. My parents died in an accident several years ago. After that, it was just my twin sister Xiao Mei and I. We didn't have much money, but we lived a happy life. But then... Last night they were attacked by a group of men in black, accompanied by monsters. Those men in black must be Siva's inner security, the Hai Tao Black Blades. It seems her older sister, Xiao Mei, was abducted by a man calling himself Nanqiang Li. It's interesting that Li is like a surname that, from my understanding, some Chinese people would adopt when moving outside of China to make their last name more pronounceable to Westerners. But I find it interesting that now we're back to like Japan portraying Hong Kong, and then they use Li as a surname that is part of Chinese language. I don't know if it's interesting, I guess. I forgot the name. Like, you can't expect me, Tiger Sky Drown, to remember the name of a place that was mentioned a whole 2 minutes ago. That's too long away. My sister, Xiao Mei. I mean, I can't do the dialogue again. Tung Lung. Let's talk about Siva. He's really serious seeing that Hai Tao, the Black Blades, working together so obviously with the monsters. Furthermore, Nantian Li, one of the Motian 8 legions from the Motian sect, the very foundation of Siva, even personally made an appearance. Alright, those guys were in the manual. Alright, let's finish talking. Nantian Li. Tianren, let's go and see Lao Shi, the master. I'm sure he'll be able to tell us something. So we need to see Lao Shi, the master. Which was in the manual, it's the guy with the funny hat. In this case, you believe Li is just Cantonese Hokkien of Li, usually in Mandarin. Alright. Thank you for clarifying. Please take me with you. Wouldn't you be better off staying in bed? I'm alright. Well, I'm worried about leaving you here alone. Be careful of Lao Shi, mind you. What do you mean? When you see him, you'll understand. Let's go, Tianren. Now, and they pulled the covers of the bed. Did you guys see that? They pulled the covers of the little pixel art bed. Now, this is one of those games where when you walk around, the other characters follow you. Outstanding. Now, you possess 140 Hong Kongish. If I go here, I can switch the VR transparency. Did it? I don't think it worked. It is on. Out of Void Conversations. BGM, you can listen to different songs here. We're going to listen to those as we play the game. Okay, adjust speed. Messages moving in battles. They're already on the faster side. I'm gonna keep it on the default. We can load the game at any moment, but you can't save at any moment. Right, if we look at status personal data for Tianren, we are an S-class diver, level 1, 0 experience, so we are... I am a bit peeved when games start you at like level 7, level 11. Like, I want to start at level 1 with 0 experience. I just find it funny that the guy is an S-class diver with 0 experience. Tech, agility, skill. We have 65% gun. Okay, that's a pretty good amount of gun, I guess. This is Mei Hong. She's a People's Police Officer of the Counter Demon Strike Force. Awesome. One of the reasons it was so popular in US Chinese immigrants was because the officials were already familiar with the name. Li is an English name, made of all sorts of Asian ethnicities and spellings. Li, Lei, Ri, turn to Li. Yes, that is what I've mentioned, yes. Thank you for explaining it better than I could. She has 71% skill in cutting wires. And Ho Mei has 66% in claws. She's a civilian. She levels up faster, she needs less experience. If you look at skills, you have skills in gun, rifle, cannon, heavy weapon, claw, staff, sword, and cutting wire. So Tianren is good at gun, rifle, and sword. Mei Hong is good at gun, rifle, and cannon, and cutting wires. She's very good at cutting wires. And Ho Mei is just good at claws. As for our battle power, attack, defense, agility, HP, and MP. So Tianren can cast spells. Our main character is kind of a mage. Shit. We can discuss. I think Jankito, and I think it's actually a good point to bring the manual up. I think cutting wires is a type of weapon. Here, no, this is the enemies. I don't want to look at the enemies yet. Wait, wasn't it here? Weapon data. Yeah, it was. Or maybe it was here. Here. Equipment. You have gun, rifle, hand cannon, heavy weapons, sword, staff, claws, slashing wires. A type of high-precision weapons engineering that is typical for modern Hong Kong, where slaying monsters is a daily job for some. More typically, it's a whip-like weapon designed for women. Because they're very different. Men and women are like completely opposites in everything, right? So only women use slashing wires because they are sophisticated, ultra-thin, and light in use, but have a deadly impact on any foe. Variety of slashing wires like high polymer, high frequency, or fibrous lunatide slashing wires are available throughout your adventures. Right, so it's a women's weapon. Like, men wouldn't be caught dead with slashing wires. That's just unbecoming of her body strength. Yeah, all the illustrations are fantastic. I believe Helical, that is a fan translated from the originals. Actually, I think it's mentioned up here. Yeah, look at those illustrations. They have, not in here, the operation manual. Okay, comes with the translated version of the game, masterpiece, etc. The original manual is completely written in Japanese language, also has lots of text and screenshots. This translated manual follows the original, much simpler, less complex layout to enhance its readability. Next to original images also contains custom images, etc. The original operations manual contained information for the MSX Turbo R game as well as for the PC native computer, which the game was also released for. The manual focuses on the MSX Turbo R release only. Together with translated data book, the spec will help you understand the game's story, logic, and content. So yes, it is the original, but it was translated. They did a very good job with the translation, from what I can see so far. They deserve an award. That's pure love. Yeah. I have a lot of respect for fan translators, and I have enjoyed a lot of games thanks to their efforts. So yeah, I fully agree with you. Is the city of illusion, or is the city inhabited by illusions? The three levels. I think life in the city is an illusion. Mail picks up cutting wire, attempts to bonk with the handle. It just thunk. I think men who try to use cutting wires while they're learning it, they might become women via accidents. The wires sound fun to you until you cut off your junk. Already 6 months have passed since Lao Shi set up his retreat in the alley between the buildings in the northwest part of town. Only visited him once. So northwest part of town. Even though I live so close to his place, ooh, how inconsiderate of me. I might as well have been born a man. I mean, when you're really inconsiderate, might as well be a man, right? I love that. They were stupid to have their junk out while swinging it. How else are you going to practice using a weapon? Like, if you don't have your junk out, are you even being enough of a man to handle a weapon? You put on the clothes once you're comfortable with the weapon of choice. Anytime people say should be drinking at this time, say time is an illusion. Yes, it's 8 p.m. somewhere. Might as well be born a man. It's amazing. So if I try to discuss, is it the same discussion? Yes. So I assume the discussion is gonna give you like a light hint on what to do next. Right, she mentioned Lao Shi and where he is. Equipment, Tian Ran has handgun and suit. And we don't have anything else. Man, these menus are... I love this. I love the font they chose here as well. It's very good, very readable. Slashing wires and suit. And Homei has iron claws and suit. So basic equipment for everyone. We have 3 other slots. Items. We have a commando knife, cure tablets, and pistol bullets. No one can equip the commando knife? Or is it not a weapon? Skills. It would be sword? So Tianran should be able to use it? But he can't? Interesting. This is a bit replace the junk someone loses while practicing. Why did that not give me... Partially connected? Are you fucking kidding me? It's still connecting. Why are you still connecting? Big Friday Plus, I'm gonna read that out loud. Here is a beat to replace the junk someone loses while practicing. I'm gonna play it real quick, like with a... Just so you guys get to see. That should have been played. Thank you, Big Friday Plus, for the bit. And I'm gonna restart my bot because it seems to be broken. It might be because of Twitch. What do you mean there's a copy already running? Okay, it's really struggling to start up for some reason. It's connecting. Come on. Sister Ho was from Panchang, Zonlantua Island, which is west of Hong Kong Island, southwest of Kowloon Peninsula. Biggest island, the home for Chong Island's a little shape on the southeast of Lantua. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's what I understood, and that's considered outer town. This thing is still... Okay, now my body's connected. Apologies for the missed notification. I think Twitch is twitching again. Anything else that I can look at in the menus? Magic. Tianran has magic. We have Health Yang Qi, Refine Yang Qi, and Yang Qi Kung Shot. So we can heal, refine, and shoot? And we can't cast... Okay, these ones are combat. Probably. Right, so when we look at the items... We can only use these ones are not usable, so our weapons use ammo. I don't know about the knife. Okay, so here is where it gets annoying, the scrolling. Just gonna... Yeah, that's the... Oh, that's such a fancy transparency thing. You can disable that. So here is where the hardware kind of fails. The scrolling. But we're gonna get used to it. Like, it's fine, don't worry. So that's the bedroom, that's the bathroom. We can take the girls into the bathroom. Here. There is much worse scrolling. Might I recommend the PC-88? I know. Now here I can use the computer. Hui, master. You can save, and this is how you save the game. You have to head to a terminal. And we need to use the flash ROM, and you have multiple slots. And hopefully this works. Otherwise, we're gonna be losing today's progress. It's 4 major Hong Kong areas which might just be useful to know, or not. Kowloon Peninsula is the land separated by the Sham Chung Chengjian River, but it's still attacked the mainland. They should stop attacking the mainland. Hong Kong Island south of Kowloon is usually what people think of as Hong Kong. What about SivaNet? Welcome to the Siva Network Service. Siva, social community created by bringing together the world's information service companies. That's Siva. Siva now controls the arteries of the countless number of networks all over the world. The center, in other words, is very heart. Is here in Hong Kong and in Siva Tower. And you're its honorable citizens. We are honorable, chat. What about the Motian sect? It's a new religion that originated here in Hong Kong. While this information service doesn't provide detailed information related to the Motian sect, Siva respects freedom of religion. Please contact your nearest missionary or a Motian sect ceremony hall for further inquiries. Attached, I know. Lantua, which is a lovely mix of rural and city. Last time you visited. Interesting. I think there is like one more. Kowloon? Hong Kong Island? Lantua? And then the outlying islands are all the other islands and all around the big islands and peninsula. Outlying islands, okay. In 2000X, an old Hong Kong... even here, they don't know when it happened. Old Hong Kong was unfortunately destroyed overnight by sudden large-scale tectonic movements. Even now, after the reconstruction, investigations into the cause are still ongoing, but no definitive conclusion has been reached yet. However, we at Siva have designed and constructed an artificial piece of Earth's crust, the plate, capable of withstanding any natural disaster. We are committed to provide safety to our citizens, so we welcome your assistance. Diver. Diver, Demon Intercept Vital Erase Runner. The Diver system provides security to all our citizens. Unfortunately, there are still areas in Hong Kong where the disarray of the Great Catastrophe remains. However, so far many of these hazards have been eliminated through the Diver system cooperating with our citizens with special abilities. Though we aren't accepting new diver registrations at this time, we ask you to cooperate with our divers until all disarray has been eradicated. Furthermore, common citizens are sincerely advised not to enter anywhere designated as danger zones. Don't go into the danger zone, chat. Lots of venomous snakes. Oh no, you don't talk about venomous snakes in this chat. You're gonna trigger a warning. An EV, electric vehicle. Eradicated disarray. I rather eradicated dysentery. An EV electric vehicle is public transportation that combines a small-scale anti-gravity craft with an internal combustion engine to connect... What? Why do you have a combustion engine in an EV? That's not an EV, that's a hybrid. To connect the various residential areas on the lower levels, the maximum numbers of passengers is 5 per EV to provide a sense of private space. It's very private with 5 people, yes. To ensure the safety of our citizens, usable zones are limited to those registered on a user's ID card. To change your registration, please follow the prescribed procedures at the administrative office. Look out, there goes Zofair, why are you helping? Just like to maintain the expected levels of smog, right? We need to have a little bit of combustion going, otherwise it's just doesn't feel right. Recommend Siva credits to pay the fees. What about a spinner? Haven't heard of a spinner yet. Spinner is a revolutionary transport vehicle that maximizes the compatibilities of anti-gravity crafts. However, its transport control system is not fully completed yet. In order to ensure 100% safety for its users, use of the spinners is restricted to specifically registered individuals. We ask our citizens for their understanding and cooperation. To register, please follow the procedures outlined by the administrative office. And data retrieval. Man, we're looking forward to your use of our service again. Man, I'm tired just from reading all of that. People are breathing too easily. I've heard that the air quality in big Chinese cities has improved a lot recently. Major hotspot for breathing problems now seems to be in India. Yes, at tier levels, enjoy the comfy gaming. If I press up here, that thing lights up. Oh, it's triggering with... I thought I had to press space. Apparently you don't. You just touch things. Which I think is actually one of the options here, right? Settings, switches. Auto avoid. I don't remember. There was a setting that meant you could just walk into something to trigger it. We're looking away. I'm not talking about breathing. I rarely do. The door. Automatic door with the blinking shit. Okay, so this is the corridor next to our apartment. That door did not open. For this reminds me of SNS Shadowrun, just like your apartment and the corridor and black darkness where you can't be at. Oh, well, this is... That's the exit. Let me see if there's anything on the right. Love the slowdown. Bunch of apartments in here. An elevator. Hold on, you're going to Taoyuan nightclub? The Hidden Paradise nightclub. Weren't we supposed to go to Lao Shi's place? And he just leaves. You were so selfish. So that's her warning me that we're going the wrong way. What's happening? It's going down now. What is going down? Oh fuck! Oh dear. You're not a good person to be around, Tianran. Hey, that's my line. What do you mean, okay, bye? You were here for the breeding talk. Sorry. Hand over that girl! That specific one. And what if I say no? I have a trench coat. You have no chance. I guess this calls for use of force. You think you'll be able to force us? I'm too cool for that. Oh May, this is getting dangerous. Stand back! But she has claw weapon. You've encountered an enemy. Battle music, everyone. Tianran's combat turn. I can use magic? Yang Chi Kung Shot. You did not expect turn-based combat. I did because of the back of the box. Then that music is so good, it has so much stereo in it. Spell. 110 damage to Man of Mystery. Okay, Mayhawk doesn't have magic, so she's just attack. You attack with slashing wires. 132 damage. Okay, now we ran out of mana. Command. You attack with handgun. We have 200 remaining pistol bullets. 0 rapid fire and 1 single shot. Okay, we're gonna spend 1 bullet. 600 damage! Gun confirmed stronger than magic. Yes, that levels. Gun. Victory fanfare. Nice emotes. This job is going to be expensive. It's about more than just a business transaction. ... Alright, but if we want to go to the master, we should go to the in the other way. Okay, we didn't take any damage. I don't know if how you rest. We do have a bed here, but alright, we didn't take any damage. We spent 2 bullets and some mana. How about the experience? 0? That didn't give us any experience? Maybe it's scripted or something, but... Wait. I can't... I thought this was like stairs and I could just head down. No, so we are supposed to go that way. Yeah, maybe it's blocked. Alright, so we are linearly going right instead, I guess. Okay, can I talk to that person? They seem to be running away from me. Would there be anything thou'd consider more lovable than thyself in this whole wild world? What? Not ready for that kind of question. Just translate that as male power force shot, but it's just Yang Qigong to use the Mandarin. What? Calm down, Zofir. It's too early in the year to be making that kind of questions. Casual Hong Kong street chat. Is that how people talk in Hong Kong? You show the telltale signs of having women troubles. And the spirit of the wind is getting restless, be careful. People in Hong Kong seem to be very weird. Doc should be inside. Oh, Mr. Tian ran. Could you ask Doc to give me a raise? This is Doc, it's not the master. I have to put up with this because I don't have any other job opportunities. But with my current salary, it's tough getting by. What about this kid? Mister, give me a cigarette! Alright, the children want to smoke. You got women troubles, let me tell you. Oh, welcome back. We can focus a bit, alright. No one has more women troubles than women themselves. Every trouble they have is women trouble. Every trouble I have is man trouble. So it's like, I guess. Song is interesting. Lady parts are cruel at times. Oh, this is a thing. Okay, I can save here. Area information. Downtown area information. Taoyuan nightclub northeast in this area. EV parking east of the center in this area. Spinner landing port northeast in this area. Free market southwest in this area. Sounds like someone's playing High Seas Trader in there. This song is... It exists. It's interesting. Right, so because of the transparency that we have from the VR equipment, we can see that guy over there. But that door seems to be closed. That is Doc, I think. I'm pretty sure I can't go in here. So we are locked out of Doc. There's a guy smoking, there is a lady here. Oh, it's you, Tianren. How are you doing? Well, of course I'm talking about that. Women troubles, you say. Ya want an angel high? Or ya want a cafe dust? Leave it to me, I'll hook you up with anything. By the way, there's something on the manual that came with the translation, which I don't know if it is relevant to the game. If it came with the game, I don't know where the shit is this from. It came with a recipe to a brain fucker, a Hong Kong style brain fucker. A very popular cocktail around called a brain fucker is a strong and somewhat infamous drink typically served as a shooter. It has vodka, peach schnapps, Bailey's ice cream, and a few drops of grenadine, optional for a blood red effect. And it looks like that. For more dramatic brain texture, drizzle the Bailey's in slowly rather than pouring in one go. If you want a sweeter profile, swap the vodka for a triple sec or coconut rum. Be cautious with this drink as it's potent. Sounds too sweet for you. I don't know why this came with the game. I don't know if it is relevant or if they just wanted to give a recipe for a drink or something. I don't know. I don't get it. Will there be anything that... Because this guy. Okay, this is a dead end. Peach Orchard, Garden of Peaches actually conveys the idea of Utopia or Shangri-La. Want you buy a dream? It's the greatest dream you'll ever have. How about a dream of being an immovable wall or cocoon turning into a butterfly? Or do you prefer to dream about being an embryo and experience your own birth, which is all the rage now? Is that like the brain dances from Cyberpunk? The name of the nightclub, Taoyuan. Yeah, it had heaven or something in the name. I'm a bit lost. Where did I just... The head fucker. You think that drink is actually from the Greek Party Islands. Oh. What is this song? But this might be the master, the old man place we were going for. Okay, it's going on its own. Yeah, the guy with the hat. There's the hat. This guy. The song of being lost. Mei Hong! And if it isn't Tianren. Oh hey, nice of you to come by. Long time no see, Lao Shi. That hat. Wow, these have grown extremely big. What are you talking about? He shrieks. Little animation of the old man groping her and she slaps her. I like this game. Journeyman's teacher. It's so good to see you're doing well. That's only natural because I train in a different way than you two. What are you training? Well, now that Siva has started, we have a bit of a problem. Hey, what did you do just now? You looked in people's minds without the permission again. It probably just saved you the effort of telling me. Okay, so this guy can read minds. I wonder if it is magic or cyberpunk reasons. That doesn't give you a reason to touch my bottom. I can read minds better when I grow people's asses. It's just natural. Oh, alright. You called home, eh, right? Yes. Your sister is safe. Rest at ease. Oh, so he can read her mind, he knows she's worried about her sister, and he can already tell her about it. Okay. By the way, this is a kid. I'm glad the devs had him grope the grown-up lady and not this one. They have some taste at least. Are you sure Kojima didn't have anything to do with this? I didn't. The old man would have groped this one if Kojima were in charge. Really? I think the Motian sect is going to perform certain rituals using your sister. She is sure to perform the role of the indispensable priestess for those rituals. For now, she will certainly be handled with the greatest of care. Alright, we have a bunch of conversation topics here. Siva. The dissatisfaction of the elders aimed at Siva is already on the verge of bursting out. Sooner or later, a large movement will rise and cause a revolt. I can't tell you any more than that right now. What about the Motian sect? The problem is that Motian sect. The connection between Siva and the Motian sect is obvious, but its followers don't want to listen. People's minds are just weak. What about the 8 legions? There are 8 of those guys. Each of them is a wizard, wielding different kinds of magical powers. If you confront these 8 head-on, you most certainly wouldn't win with your current power. Right, we're level 1. Don't rush, increase your prowess through fights and defeat them one by one. Right. Game is well defined as level up, kill 8 guys. Good, I like when things are straightforward. I like that there is like this whole conspiracy and this whole storyline, but the guy just comes alright and spells it out. Level up, kill 8 guys. The rest is salad dressing. What about Xiaomei? You don't need to worry. The presence of the girl, who is the priestess, is crucial to the rituals. The goal of those rituals is the return of Chan power, divine power. There is no one else but her who can be the priestess. What about Nantian Li? I don't know much about Li either. Nantian Li, Lord Li of the Southern Heavens. Right, finish talking. Tianran, first of all, you must find the 8 Daza statues held by the Motian 8 legions. Let me write that down in case you need to know that. Find the 8 Daza statues held by the Motian 8 legions. By doing that, we'll be certain to obtain powers superior to mine, and your own past should also be revealed. Traditional JRPG protagonist that doesn't remember his mysterious past. But the actions of the Motian 8 legions aren't easy to figure out. That's right, if you go to Aiden at the Tao Yuan nightclub, I'm sure she'll help you somehow. Tiran, take this guy along with you. Okay, so next up we need to go to Aiden. At the Tao Yuan nightclub. Take this guy. Who are you making me? Oh, he claps his hands. Little robot dude. Isaac. Zzz, zzz. Sounds like this one is somewhat broken, doesn't it? Well, it'll be fine as long as the robot lasts until your powers awaken. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I freaking love the design and the art on that robot. There's these blue markings on the yellow chassis and everything, and then the bottom is just exposed stuff. The art of this game is exquisite. Like a crab. Yeah, it is kind of like a crab tank. If you look at the in-game art and the portrait like that. My powers? Tianren? I'll take care of this girl for a little while. Now take Isaac with you. Okay, and take this to heart. The Motian 8 legions are not the same as those monsters. Okay, she's gonna take care of the girl, but Mei Hong shrieks. he goes, okay, before you guys leave, I need to grope her ass one more time. I never know when I'm not gonna have another opportunity for that. That was just me saying goodbye. Tianren, shouldn't we reconsider leaving Hao Mei with him? Okay, this is very important. How does this get handled? Oh, don't worry, I wouldn't lay a hand on a child. Kojima unconfirmed. Kojima was not part of this. Outstanding. I am so not a child. Oh, she wants to be groped? What the fuck? His big black hat that he wears is called the Yuan or Guan hat. It is what the priests of your faith wear, specifically in the uniquely Hong Kong form of the faith, the Quang Chan school. Fascinating that they actually got that kind of reference in the game, because this game is from Japan. Pixel art of the portrait is accurate, but the sprite is done more like a Shinto eboshi. Right. Fascinating! I freaking love having Tiger Sky drawn with all the lore tidbits. Illusion Castle. What? 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 There is a place called the Illusion Castle? Where is this? Is this a dream sequence? What the fuck is going on? Oh no, this is one of the other guys, this is not us. I think this is exposition. Oh, the priestess! Right, those are the 8 legions guys, people. Grey Alphas. Master Li, you called for me? And Antian replies, don't keep secrets from me. I love this kind of disconnected exposition sequence. Music is nice here, yes. You talk too much, just give you a slap. I'm not gonna give you a slap, because if I give you a slap, you might use it against me. I'd rather you have no slaps to use. What do you mean, sir? I won't repeat myself. Okay, this guy is hard ass. Yes, sir. When we tried to get rid of the other twin, a people's police officer and some kind of detective showed up. Who ordered you to get rid of that girl? No one, sir, but just leave it as it is. What can they do? Roger that, sir. What can they do? We're the protagonists! Don't you know what protagonists do in these kind of games? They say the soul of this girl can realize Agartha. Utopia. I think those things are like translator notes or something. Like they wanted to keep the original name, but also had the translation available. But what is this weird feeling in my chest? Is this also an effect of the girl? Xiao Mei. Good face. Look at the guards with the cannons. Since the theme with the name Peach Garden Utopia is interesting. Yeah, and you were mentioning that before. I did make the connection. They raised the cannons. So many unnecessary animations. I fucking love it. Like, tudum, hold up the cannon. Holy fuck, the evil eyes on the floor. Is that the 8 legions? 8 legions. Yes, these are the 8 legions. Pretty sure. Mo Tian Wang, thank you for your efforts. Lee, report. This is fantastic. As you've instructed, we've captured the girl who will be the priestess. Very well, proceed with the preparation for the ritual. Yes, sir. However, is something wrong? Evil glowing things? No, it's nothing. I just wanted to add tension. Beitian Mesmer. Yes, sir. The little light, this little spotlight on top of whoever's supposed to speak. Now we're advancing to the second phase, the second sequence. I'll be present at the final phase, the final sequence. We'll be waiting for you, sir. Dong Tian Dai, you have an update on that person. Oh, that person, chat. My apologies, even using our power. As of yet, we haven't discovered anything. Agartha is not traditional Asian thing. It was a crazy French author in the 80s, 70s, whose name you don't recall, said he was given access to 15,000 years documents, which told the story of the kingdom of Agartha, which was in around Mongolia, Central Asia. How do you... Did you look that up? Jesus, if you actually know that stuff, holy shit. Now they got a spotlight on the other guy, the Dong Tian guy. The time has come. His power should be crushed before he returns. Oh, the Daza power. We are going to fuck everything up because we're the protagonist. Yes, sir. I'll make sure. Slashed on a lot of new age and occultism, the same people who tend to latch on parts of Taoism. Yeah, someone could look up his name. I really don't keep up with that kind of stuff. What's the state of the people? Jitian, the guy on the left. Rich or poor, people are known to be weak. The number of new people entering the faith who seek salvation in the Motian sect is increasing day by day. Very well. I'm counting on your good work for my Agartha. Yes, sir. 8 legions, they all stammer at the same time. Evil Dark Lord. A good game always has a Dark Lord. They each have their own exit. Except that guy in the middle, how does he leave? Oh, they're gonna have a conversation. Mr. Lee, what was the matter with you? The way you behaved just now, it's not like you. As opposed to good Dark Lords. There are games with good Dark Lords where you play as them. There is a good Dark Lord in Chrono Trigger. I forgot his name. That's a good Dark Lord. There you go. No, it was nothing. You're Wang's #1 favorite. It advised you not to do something that goes against his will. Nah, this was needless for me to say. My apologies, forgot to say anything. He goes underneath. He has a special underground chamber for him. Alright, I'm back to the game. No. Let me leave. Okay, the robot is following us. What is the data on Isaac? He doesn't level up. He has no skill. He hits a lot. He has zero skill on anything. Book was called Sons of God, La Fille de Dieu. The Russia guy repopularized it all. Beasts, men, and gods, which you read in university many years ago. You do sound like someone who reads thing, so I'm not surprised. I should do that sometime. I heard a prophet appearing in the distant wastelands, desert. He's said to be able to cast a spiritual power at Baccarat, but who is the true holy person really? Him? Or the Lord of the Maltian? I don't know. This is the girl that accused us of something. This is the kid that wanted a cigarette. The only way to go somewhere outside the city is in a vehicle. This seems to be deliberate, but do you have a border pass? You read everything and anything once? Please don't. There is some horrible stuff out there that you shouldn't read. Have you read, for example, the lyrics to Crazy Frog? I don't recommend. Alright, Sakura, thank you so much for stopping by. Do you want to rest until tomorrow? No? Thank you for stopping by. Have a good rest, my friend. Alright, so that's... okay. And you rest by just going in. You don't rest by going to the bed. That's interesting. I'm gonna drop down and save here. Just because we were right here. Oui, master. Alright, so that place was where Doc is. If they go, tum, this is Crazy Frog. No, they go... or something? It has been a while. Does it actually say Crazy Frog at some point? You guys know that song? What is that song? It was really popular a few years back. Tonight is gonna be a good night, and it just repeats that 500 times. It does. Okay, I never listened to the song properly. Poor Crazy Frog lost his penis in the cunning wars outside of Europe. Well, he should have practiced more. So, I remember that song, Black Eyed Peas, you hate that band. Alright, yeah, that one. I know someone who liked that song and doesn't know English. And one day was like, oh, what? Do you know what the lyrics of the song said? And I explained, yes, it says tonight's gonna be a good night. Right, that... And what else? No, that's it, that's all they say, the entire song. That's it. I think they never listened to Black Eyed Peas again, I think they were just disgusted by it. Saw the video with captions a few days ago. What a coincidence. When you can find one song a band makes alike. I have nothing for or against the Black Eyed Peas, like whatever, it's not my deal. Just Up Ahead is the only Outers spinner port, but always got nothing to do with us lower class citizens. Right, spinners, we read about them. Special vehicles. We need to go to the Tao Yuan nightclub. I think the Tao Yuan nightclub was like northeast? If it is Taoyuan nightclub you're looking for, what a coincidence! It's open today too, it's further back there. What a coincidence, I was just talking about it. Tonight's the night, let's leave it up on 2 or 3 other lines. Really? Look at the bunny bartender. There's 2 of them. This is a nightclub. Alright, chat, I'm gonna have to pause the timer here. And I had way too much coffee. I have a quarter liter of coffee. I need to hit the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. Resume the timer. You wonder if they're listening to tonight's gonna be a good night. Hopefully not. This sounds way better than that. 360 degrees of movement designed by an architect. Ah, the ad. VIP room is located on the left-hand side of this room, but everyone's forbidden to enter except for Madame Iron's invited guests. So Iron is on the VIP room. I want to talk to her. If you want to meet her, please talk to Mr. Flamenco, the bartender. Alright, I will. What? I can't hear you very well. You have to say it louder. I will go to a nightclub that is playing this. Oh yeah, look, it's Darth Vader on the right. Because there's some major flaw with Rise of the Robots was in balance. I think, I mean, the major flaw of Rise of the Robots is that it's not fun. Okay, this is happening. The robot is kind of lost. Is your usual okay? Yeah. I don't want any alcohol. May I offer you something cold, miss? Yes, please. It's the crazy frog. Dun, 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 dun. Thank you for waiting. Thanks. By the way, where is Madame? You have business with the boss? Yeah, there's intel I need. Just remember, it was so disappointing. It was very disappointing. The cinematics are nothing as the fighting is bland. Like, final end result on Rise of the Robots, it feels like barely an attempt at a fighting game. She wants those cheap manufacturers. Yeah, I want Intel. Ma'am, may I interest you in some AMD instead? Just a moment. Madame says she is gone AMD. Yes, boss. Yeah, that's right. Okay, understood. Please wait in the VIP room. Thanks, Flamenco. You're welcome, miss. And the robot decided to stay behind for dancing. Hey, what's up, you guys? Talking business here. Will you please not disturb us? There is like a princess on the top right. That's probably a reference to some of the other games. And on the left, like, they're talking business. The robot was moonwalking. Nice. Will you please not disturb us? I just want to get out of here. Can I talk to Darth Vader? I'd rather be silent than talk to people. A hell of a quote. It's like Coke and Pepsi calls in the restaurant. I'll take an Intel, please. Sorry, I only have an MD. Is that okay? I have nothing against Pepsi. It's whatever. In fact, I think Pepsi got their zero-calorie version decent before Coca-Cola did. Hi, Terran. We had a great time the other night. Invite me for a night out again. I'm looking forward to it. The bunny girl. In any case, we'll probably be drinking until the early hours of the morning, Tianren. There's a bar counter at the back on the right. Please relax there. Alright, where is the VIP? Look at the dancers on top of the thing. Wait. Isn't this the thing that we're Wait, what? I mean, the VIP room was left. The room's located the left-hand side of this room. I did talk to the bartender. Wait. Oh. Just behind the guy, I guess. Please enter, sir. The robot gets stuck on the doors. He keeps trying to go in and failing. Oh, look at the sitting on an angle. On the little chairs. The robot is cooked. The robot is going to... Okay. Robot gave up. Wow, long time no see. Both of you turned your backs on me for a long time. Look at that 1990s city room. It is very 90s, yes. It has a little triangle desk and everything. I didn't even see her. Oh, she sat next to him. I guess. John Rand is too cool for school, man. A long time you haven't been here. Sits next to him, gives him a bedroom smile, and he's just like, I guess. This is nothing like the guy from Snatcher. What's his name? Gibson? It's nothing like Gibson. Gibson is just a bumbling buffoon. This guy is too cool. You're ice cold as usual. Fine. I'll talk to Sweet Mayhawk. Is she going to move seats? She is. Sweet Mayhawk. Is he kind to you? Jan Rand? By no means. He's an asshole to everyone. Is that right? That's a pity. He should treat you kindly. I told you we don't have that kind of relationship. It's fine, don't be shy. I know exactly what both of you are feeling. Well, having said that, what is it that you want to ask me about? I want to talk about Siva. It's true that post-catastrophe Hong Kong is inconceivable without Siva, but its exponential growth is very unnatural. Since it sponged off of its predecessor EVA, whose main business was supercomputers and the like, it became even more massive. The long sort of sarcastic well, probably hear going that in Cantonese. Interesting. Motian sect. The Motian sect is said to be very suspicious, but like they say, a drowning man will clutch at straws. Well, if drugs weren't involved, I don't think their followers would have increased to this number. What about the legions? 8 wizards form the core of Siva. They say these are not ordinary men and women. It's said that even monsters run away from them with their tails between their legs. Behind the scenes of this ultra-high-tech corporation, 3,000 years of Chinese mysticism is deeply intertwined with it. Look at her hair, half normal, so half Professor Ozone. Yeah, the right half is very Professor Ozone, yes. Quickly. I'm so old now. What a joke, I can't help but smile. Yeah, you're always smiling. What about Daz statues that we have to find? I think it's the statues each of the Motian 8 legions have stashed away carefully. What about Xiaomei, the priestess? I've been told that an older girl by that name was caught by the High Tao, but I don't know the details. What about Nan Tianli, which I think is the leader? Originally, Liu's Wong territory is the southern district, but he tends to move around. No, that's the Lee guide of one of the Legion. In the future, Hong Kong will be the world's #1 alpha ozone manufacturer. It's gone! Hong Kong stole all of it. I believe the latest intel is that his private car was seen in the Western District. Lee's private car was at the Western District. Loch Ness Monster was Cantonese all along. I knew it. Is there more stuff you can tell me? No? All powerful wizard uses a car to drive. I mean, it's just so convenient. It has an internal combustion engine, but it's still an electrical vehicle. If I were a wizard, a very powerful wizard, I would summon a car. And then when I got to my destination, I wouldn't have to worry about parking. I would just unsummon the car. Like when it came to time to pay taxes, I would just unsummon the car. There, I don't owe anything now. Selling on Loch Ness, slowly get invited for dim sum and pineapple buns. Okay, so yeah, we did see everything. Finish stalking us. Well, it wasn't very important information. There's little to be gained taking money from nearly destitute people like yourselves. Wink! This time, it's free of charge. Are you already leaving? I wish you'd take things a bit slower. Thank you, Madame Iron, but we are in a hurry. It can't be helped. Please go to the Western District first. Here is an ID pass. Since it was so sudden, I wasn't able to perform the border registration yet. Go up to the new area from the service lift. New area from service lift, which is in the lawless zone in the Western District. Lawless zone in Western District. And then please register yourselves with a terminal. Over there. I'm sure Tian Ran's at least able to do an inner registration at a terminal in a new area. You obtained an ID pass. Well, take care, I'm rooting for you. Tian Ran, you should treat sweet Mei Hong with kindness. I told you, you're wrong about us. I'm sure it's gonna be a kissing scene at the end. And the robot, very incompetent robot. Can't even walk properly. Don't get me wrong, I don't have special feelings for you. You don't have to spell it out, lady. Okay, ouch. Hold on, wait a minute. Guys like you are really self-centered, overconfident, and on top of that, just interested in one thing. Hey, are you even listening? It is too cool to listen to ladies. And the robot is... A robot is dumb. I love it. Okay, so service lift, Western District. I'm going west. Maybe the west exit from here now works? Probably not. I'm gonna briefly refresh my save. Also, I think just for safety reasons, before I quit the game today, I'm gonna put down a save state, just in case the save doesn't work. It should, but never know. And the robot that cannot go through doors is still stuck over there. Man, they made the robot just a little bit too wide, he can't go through doors. Is that like his main weakness? We can't get to like the final boss or something because... No, I can't leave through there. Yeah, final boss, we've been carrying the robot the entire game, get to the final boss, he's behind a door. Oh no, my one weakness. Woo. For the Loch Ness. Do you think it's gonna be relevant for this game? Oh no, this is the dumb guy. Someday I'm sure that will come in handy. Yeah, of course. Never know when the knowledge is relevant. Man, sometimes your knowledge is relevant for something and you're just like trying to control yourself from just bursting into flames like, oh, I know this thing. I can talk about this thing that no one knows about and it's suddenly relevant for some god-ass reason. The robot struggles so much. Yeah, I hope it's useful in combat at least. Amidst the chaos 20 years ago, I saw light from the heavens. I unconditionally believe in the Motian sect, which is spreading its divine teachings. I don't want to work for inner guys anymore. Someday I'll show you I'll pearl out of this dump. Do you guys like inner guys, or you like more, you prefer when the belly buttons stick out? Like a Gartha. Yeah. That's not come up in decades of your life. Well, there you go. I'm happy to be of assistance. In the good old days, Jap tourists used to buy these types of manga all the time. All those types. Nowadays they won't sell, even if I get the original version with great difficulty and translate it. Hey you, can you read Japanese? No, which was why I'm playing the translated version. Recently, the Motian sect has been spreading like wildfire, and so the number of people who follow pre-catastrophe customs has been decreasing. Such a pity. Yeah, I want to go west, but there is no exit here. Yeah, no exit. don't want... Okay, that guy. Is this a secret? What the fuck is this game doing now? If you just tuned in, yes, this is confusing. Yeah, okay, we have to talk to this thing.
Danger. Yeah.
Now, what if the game crashes? Hong Kong's famous fantasy walled city. The Great Fantasy Wall of China. Okay, I can't go here. This is for the spinner, right? We can't drive spinners. Oh, it's the intro song. Where am I going? Is this also nothing else? What is... I'm gonna be lost. That's how the Mongols made it through the wall. For 1 second it was just a fantasy wall. Yeah, there you go. Finally figured out. Can we discuss? Sadly, my Mini is broken down. I don't have another car available right now. You just have to use an EV. There is one below a building in the center of this town, if I'm not mistaken. An EV station, I mean. By the way, I hope you didn't run out of Siva credit, did you, Tierman? Said Isaac. I'm sure you don't have any, Isaac. Right, so, yeah, discussing is basically tell me where I have to go next. Which is, like, good and civilized. I have to find an EV building to get a car to go to the Western District, because you can't travel without a car. And apparently I need to have money for it. I don't have a way of making money, so I hope whatever I started with is enough. So I need to find a building somewhere. Where is this one? I haven't been inside this one, I don't think. What is this? This looks like a subway station. Oh! Alright, this is the... Oh, this is an EV station. Can I just go into a car? Nope. Oh. Ooh, fancy! Little terminal thing. Currently, the only permitted district you can use the EV to go to are restricted to the Western District and its counterpart, Kowloon District. Saying Kowloon mentioned. And the Shulu area and its counterpart, Sai Kung District, or the Near Home District. Where is my alert? Oh, there you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mom, thank you so much for the raid, my
Who are you,
friend.
and how did
Really
you get in
appreciate
here?
it.
I'm a
Welcoming.
locksmith. And I'm a locksmith.
Welcoming. Advanced Nick, thank you for the follow. Enjoy the free emotes. Welcoming everyone from your mom's channel. I'm Corporate. I
Who are
stream
you,
on
and
most
how did you get
days.
in here? I'm a
And
locksmith. And I'm a locksmith.
thank you for the follow. Enjoy the free emotes.
Who are you,
And,
and how did you get in here?
I'm a locksmith. And I'm a
Thank
locksmith.
you everyone for the follows. Clan, your mom is raiding. Welcoming the Rex, Bellator, and Jimmy Colorado, and everyone. We just started playing today Illusion City, Ganei Toshi, the original version for the MSX that was fan translated 4 months ago. It's a cyberpunk JRPG set in Hong Kong with demons and other stuff. It's phenomenal, amazing pixel art and music. Just listen to this. We just got into an advanced futuristic electric vehicle. Still uses a combustion engine. What are you doing, my friend? Dungeon Master from 1987, one of the first major dungeon crawlers ever made. Like, good luck with that. That game must be very difficult. How was your stream, my friend? Tell me all about it. Welcome everyone. This game is kind of cool. It is very cool, yes. Music is great. The intro was very good. I think this is the music from the intro video. Okay, so we want to go to the Kowloon district, which is the western district. I'm gonna write down the western district. It's Kowloon. For us, I'm writing down notes for the game. Needed be. All the dungeon crawlers and released order that you own. It's a lot of gaming. CRPGs, which includes dungeon crawlers. I finished a dungeon crawler last week, Lands of Lore. Very difficult at times, but very enjoyable. Yeah, that's very respectable, yes. Okay, Kowloon. We'll charge you 5 Hong Kong cashes. Payment will be with your card. Want it? I guess. Thank you very much. That's the EV talking to us. And there goes the EV. Poor MSX is struggling with the scrolling. Shulu area. Motian Sect Ceremony Hall. Look at the exquisite pixel art. Resort sort of area known mainly for its beaches. Southeast part of Kowloon. Interesting. Tiger Sky Drum is here provided with all the Hong Kong lore. Motian sounds kind of funny in English. You want more Tian or less Tian? So national parks. Is that one of the 8 legions? The worshippers are like raising their hands and lowering themselves. It's probably one of the 8 legions. Is that the first one we're gonna be killing? That's the kidnapped girl. Oh, it could be. Right, yeah, I think she was dressed differently than the 8 legions. The sister of the other girl. Hyun something. Yeah, they have laid her down. Yeah, that's the priestess. And this is just a priest, is not one of the 8 legions. Finally, the time has come for our wishes to come true. All our prayers have led to Mo Tian. We want more Tian, not less, more. After tonight, we start the final ritual. When we light our prayer fires in 8 shrines, being guided by this priestess, Agartha will emerge in this world. Gotta grab some food, we'll be back, we're still going. Alright, grab your food, I'll be here. More Tian, more problems. There you go. That's pretty good. Now pray for our Agartha. She's floating. Look at those animations. Holy shit. Yeah, she kind of looks like her sister. Holy. She glowing. And then we arrive. Devil Sky, Devil Heaven. That sounds like more problems, yes. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Okay, so these are the EV stations. Every district is gonna have one of these. And they're all probably gonna be around the center area. You know, I joined the Motian sect, but I can say though is that I feel I'm getting stronger. You might say it's a power coursing through my veins. It feels as if no one can defeat me. I'm the protagonist. Not you. Can I? If you go straight ahead to the west, there's a pharmacy on the right hand side. The hotel and the weapon store are up these stairs. I guess I'm nicer than I look. Right, the hotel is probably where we rest and save. I need to register with the terminal. There's probably a terminal at the hotel. Is this the hotel? Oh, this is the weapon, probably. Oh, little Bao. Are we staying the night? Yes? 10 Hong Kong shillings, please. We'll be paying by card, right? You'll be in room 103. Enjoy your stay. This song is very squeaky. Please come again. Ah, there's the terminal here. Your power did not fix your pavement you're sitting by, though. Should power up some repairs to your shameful Chevy temple. There you go. Or maybe it's like a Dragon Ball power up and his aura destroyed the ground or something. He was fine until he started powering up. And this would be the weapon shop. Around here, what is this? A lot of people. Just recently there was a broadcast of Siva CEO face policy speech. I was surprised that it hasn't changed a bit in appearance compared to 10 years ago. I wonder, is that just a rumored longevity treatment he had? In several weeks, he'll be finally powered up to repair the pavement. Yeah. Next up, Dragon Ball Z. He repairs the pavement. The song is very squeaky. Good makeup also does it. A shopkeeper. Welcome. Right, we can sell or buy weapons, ammo, and drugs. I'm not spending money yet. Don't even have battles. It's probably the most... I think that's the squeakiest song I've heard in a good while. If you keep going, there is a pharmacy, but I still want the terminal. No drug. No. The one I love is buried in this wall. That's right, I buried her with my own hands. And just remember, I was crying. But this way we can share happy moments. Both me and the one I love. People in Hong Kong are weird. A service lift for rubbish disposal. There's one deep within the danger zone, but it's one big monster's den over there. Furthermore, the lift only goes up halfway. From there on, we'll have to walk. No matter how much I mull it over, I can't imagine we'll be able to struggle on and get there alive. Don't try it. That is what we're doing eventually. Okay, pal. Yeah, let's bury people in the walls. That's very... Okay, I think this is the lawless zone or danger zone or whatever. I need to find the terminal first. Look at the little worker. Looking for someone in this town, people disappearing is as regular as clockwork. Let me see, coming from the south, right? Maybe the danger zone? No? Up then. From the inner area? You'd better hurry. Alright, so south is the danger zone. Is the city mayor called King Kong? I don't think King Kong is in this game, no. Could be wrong though, like there's a lot that could happen. All our brothers who believe in the Motian sect. There are neither inners nor outers. Please bless me with some money, I haven't eaten anything since yesterday. Looking for someone, undoubtedly will be one of the places of those inner bastards. They took a shitload of my mates. Surely by now they'll be... Can I keep going? Thank you. I actually have areas to scatter ashes in park or the sea because no room to bury anyone. I mean, I'm fully in support of cremation instead of burials. I think it's more reasonable. Welcome. Oh, this is the pharmacy and charm store. Thanks a lot, mate. Just connect the hygiene department for location license. Interesting. I mean, yeah, sure, keep things organized. Oh no, this is the... Okay, what about the terminal though? Wait, what did you say? Many rich people tend to be sexual deviants. Just look at Siva's CEO, Faye. There's talk he surrounds himself with underage kids. Is he interested in women? Oh, no way. What the hell? Let's get out of that minefield of a conversation. Wait, is there no terminal here? Let me do a conversation. Well, now we need to get into the inner area without being registered. How do we do that, Tingaran? Inner area is going north. Madam aren't told us to use the service lift for rubbish disposal. Is there something about one in your databanks, Isaac? Sorry, it was stupid of me to ask. I mean, sure, we can go here, but... I guess I don't think I found anywhere else to go. Wait, is that some... That's some goddamn parallax with the foreground. There is a smoke coming to attack us. You've encountered an enemy. This is Isaac's turn. He has an MPH cannon, a large cannon, and a machine gun. 300 bullets. He uses 10? It uses rifle bullets. The large cannon uses shotgun shells. And the MPH cannon uses... You attack with micro black hole cannon. Uses energy packs. So machine gun, I guess. Oh, machine gun hits all four at the same time. You need to go through the Lawless zone to find the lift. Yeah, but I thought I had to find the terminal first. Key Tua. Okay, Tianran with the pistol. 30 damage. Slashing wires. Yeah, you attacks with them per. Okay, now we are gaining experience and we're making money so we can actually refill the guns. Terminal is in the inner zone. I mean, I can go back to the hotel. I should have some healing items. Pretty sure that's what the nightclub girl said. Yeah, I didn't catch all of it, although I did write most of it. Alright, we have obtained money and both Tianran and Mei Hong reach level 2. Do you heal up in full? The white little guy is Isaac. Yes, that's a robot that was given to us to help us. Ah, you do not heal up. When you level up, that's kind of shit. I'm gonna do some healing. I think I have enough. Yep, full heal. Oh, that doesn't. Oh, it's 2 mana. Okay, so I can fully heal here. Nice, nice. This is my kind of shit. Healing spells. So we have to worry about the ammo. So I might want to get more ammo later. I wonder if we can use a healing spell on the machine. Well, we do have like cure tablets. I assume we can use that on the machine as well. I'm not gonna spend machine gun ammo on a single enemy. Alright, we're got into a rhythm with the game. This is the main part of it. Just this combat. I freaking like this is we're getting to like a Zen thing. Just turn-based battles. Just get into a good rhythm. This was pretty good. It's very relaxing for me. Reminds me of the very detailed Shin Megami Tensei enemies. This game does remind me of a little bit of Shin Megami Tensei as well, yes. Also, I don't know if you guys have noticed that we have gone around for a while. This game is kind of different than a lot of JRPGs in the sense that it does not have an overworld. Most JRPGs of this era would definitely have one. Technically, the original, the very first Megami Tensei game for the Famicom doesn't have an overworld, but that's a dungeon crawler, so it kind of doesn't fit the same kind of bill. Like a lot of dungeon crawlers don't have overworlds. I think most dungeon crawlers don't have overworlds. Megami Tensei 2 is kind of an exception in that regard. I wonder, and it would be very annoying to test it right now, but I wonder if these enemies respawn if you leave the screen and come back. Probably. Little... that... is actually part of the song. It's not in response to anything that happens. Oh, there is a body, the backpack. Cure tablet obtained. And yeah, there is an animation of the back being opened. Give this zone some loss. I mean, I'm open to suggestions. What kind of loss should we enact up here? What was that? Should I kill it first? I can't. It's on the back line. Why didn't I sack attack? Now I don't... sure. I can only attack another 20 times because of ammo. The fifth one evolved. Maybe. It's a Zuva. He left and he missed. Is that left like a level drain or something? I don't like the sound of that. Okay, Mei Hong reached level 3. She does level up faster, at least at first. She needs less experience. Ice swirling all around is a bit more silly than scary. Yeah. I blame the lack of pixels. The maximum health is going up very quickly. Oh, interesting. That's all there was here, that healing tablet. Interesting. Wait, I'm unable to move past here. Poor office chair. I mean, I could save. No, I can't save here. I haven't found a single terminal. I can. I can rest and I can buy ammo, but that doesn't look so sad. It does. I did notice. Very good pixel art on a little sad chair. Oh, this is a terminal. Good, I want to save. Didn't look like a terminal. Right, and then I'll get some ammo. I need a machine gun. Yeah, pistol ammo, like I have over 200 shots. It's fine, it's the machine gun that gets spent a lot faster. Ammo. The machine gun uses... What? 300? For 10 shots from the robot? Holy shit! I can buy both of them leather boots, maybe? Let's take a brief look at the manual regarding that stuff. Like here, weapons. All guns use bullets or energy packs as their ammo. If you run out of bullets, not be able to use them. Keep remaining ammo in mind at all times. There are super weapons as well. Fat gun type of shot. Iron claws. Slashing wire. Defensive gear data. Suit is ordinary clothes, being worn from the beginning. What about the leather boots? Boots made from fine leather. Alright, so you do have boots. Like, if you look here, we have leather boots, we have laser sight. Laser sight here. Optical sighting can increase your hit rate. Right, but it's very expensive. The stun suit is better than the suit? Yeah, stun suit, martial arts gear, and bulletproof vest. I think those are like in order. So the best one would be the Carbonizer? It's a fun name. So yeah, I can either... Yeah, all I can buy here for upgrades would be leather boots for both of them. The development of cyborg technology has brought forth enhanced clothing as a byproduct. However, several kinds of problems continue to remain due to it being in development. Cyborg, a human who has some of his body parts replaced by machine parts. The power of a combat cyborg is several dozens of times greater than that of an ordinary person. Enhanced clothing, while wearing this type of clothing, machines trace movements of the body. It augments the power of its wearer, but because it also puts physical stress on the body, this cannot strengthen you to the levels of a cyborg. Interesting. So I'm gonna be getting the boots, I think. Can I do more than one? No, because it says ×1, but we have to do both separately. Right, so now if I come here and I look at the status of, say, Tianren, his defense is 17 plus 10. So if now I equip him with leather boots, the defense plus 15. You can't equip 2 leather boots. One of each foot. No, not allowed. And that increases their defense. Which, like, the laser sights would be better because I'm not taking as much damage. I'd rather do more damage so the fights are over more quickly, but it's the upgrade we can get. So I'll go back down there and see if I can find where I'm supposed to go. So I tried to go here. This is blocked, so I can't. Okay, I don't have to use the machine gun. There's only 2 guys alive. You could stand that chair back up, that would be the greatest game ever made. That would be awesome, yes. I would very much like to do that. Yes, Liverbest Gibbs, it is. It was translated. The translation to this game was released 4 months ago, actually. And like I've said, it's a bit cumbersome to run the translation over it because it's not a single ROM file. It's like 8 floppy disks that you have to stitch together into a cartridge. And also, like, it's an old computer system, so emulating it's kind of annoying. But so far it's been very worth the effort. It also supports good MIDI music on an emulated Roland MIDI device, which is why it sounds so freaking good. I'm pretty sure all the sound effects are also using the MIDI device. It took some work because the emulator I'm using does not support MIDI emulation. So basically I need to plug a virtual MIDI device on it that has to use the MIDI support on my computer, so I have to install MIDI emulation on my computer instead. It was a bit of a roundabout way to get it working. I'm awesome? I'm not, but thank you for believing that. You love to see someone doing the extra work to get some of these games working. I mean, in all fairness, the people who translated this game and the manual and the technical card and they even provided like instructions like to help you get through some of the things that you do to get this game running on actual hardware on an emulation. Like, they're the ones that deserve the credit. Like, it did take me a few hours to get the game going, but that was because I was dumb. I still am, but I used to be as well. I'm funny too. Well, I try. Certain labor of love. It was. But like I said at the start of the stream, I freaking love people who work on fan translations. They've helped me enjoy so many of those older Megami Tensei games as well. It's lovely when people do work like that. It is. Because it's not just, and I'm sure you guys understand that, it's not just a translation work. A lot of the times that's the easy part. The difficult part is like all the patching that needs to happen. Like a lot of these games don't even support English text. And like sometimes getting like we saw that on Shin Megami Tensei 1 and 2. A lot of the times you struggle just to get the text to fit the original boxes. And sometimes it still breaks. You saw those games breaking on this stream because of that. And it's very easy to be like, oh, the translation is broken, har. It's hard as balls to make this shit work and not break. Like the Shin Megami Tensei 1, the original translation that you can still find to this day, it's still broken. Like one of the endings is unattainable, and it was the translation that broke it because again it's hard to get the shit to work properly. There is a patch for the translation to fix that. Spend always getting some old games working well, experimenting with various methods and utilities. Yeah, and because this is the MSX, which is an old computer that I'm not familiar with at all, it gets even harder because then I have to plug in like the hardware to allow for save games, plug in the hardware to allow for MIDI music. You have to download like a truckload of different ROMs because this isn't even a regular MSX, this is MSX Turbo. And then at least I didn't have to bother with like a hard drive and installing an operating system. I had to do that for my DOS virtual machine, but I know how to use DOS, so it's fine. But yeah, it is rewarding, but it is a lot of work as well. Especially fitting English words to Japanese text was, yes, yeah. Now that's a common issue. That, you know, even official translation, there's another dead person. Look at the backpack on that body. Look what happens. It opens and things fall off of it. That's so exquisitely unnecessary. So many frames on that animation as well. Wait, this is not the exit? Oh, this is just loot. Maybe I have to find my way into that middle one. This music went places I was not expecting to, that's awesome. But me beating you folks to stuff that you were going to say, something that I do often, I apologize, it's never on purpose. He does that a lot. See, so fair, I did that to you doing that just now. I just beat you to saying that I beat you to saying. Multi-level, multi-track drifting. Multi-layered, yeah, there you go. Yeah, I even beat you to the comment of it being multi-layered. I have to stop. It just means that we all think alike. The reason I'm not attacking with the robot is because, you know, that ammo is like very expensive, and by the time the robot gets to attack now, half the targets are dead. It would be a waste. I knew you were going to say that. You know, kind of, because you do mention that even on other streams. He does that a lot. So fair, 2035. Because it's a quote from previous year. This is a waste of damage, but I can't attack the guy from the back. The robot is like literally just an overpowered character that you carry along for this part of the game. It is given to you for that purpose. There's a door here. And look, the game is actually kind of fair. Like, I know it's difficult to parse what we're seeing, but like if I just press down and hold down, it goes down, it goes right and left. It tries to find an exit on its own, so it kind of helps you with navigating shit. And if I press right here and then up till you find a passage, we'll find an enemy. Quick you type, this number between 1 and 10, see if it is the same. 4. You know, they've had people like... And that's kind of obvious, like say a number between 1 and 100. And they did a distribution and people's minds tend to gravitate towards certain... No! I wanted to pass and I ran away. People's minds tend to gravitate towards certain numbers, so it was fun to see the distribution. I don't remember what it was like, but... I'm thinking 7. Ah, 7 is too obvious, come on, guys can do better. You have to keep in mind that I want to be a bit different than the norm. So like 7 is too obvious. Like a number between 1 and 20 and people will be like 13, like, so you have to be. You always pick 7. I'll believe you. 14. See, now you're trying to be different. Like, why would anyone pick 14? No machine gun. We just have our big lottery down here in Brazil. After every New Year's, there is like this big ass lottery. And this year was the biggest one. It was the equivalent of like $200 million. Of course, it's literally a lottery, so no one is winning it. I mean, someone did win it, but because it's 7 plus 7. Ah, Jesus. Wait, do I want to go? Okay. No, we should if I want to go. Second favorite number. Boy, is a very unlucky number, bad number. Ah, and Japanese people don't like it because one of the pronunciations of it is she, which means death, right? Did I learn for a she? Was it something else? I think I might have been she. They borrowed that from you. The Japanese borrowing stuff from the other countries around them. Never heard of that. Yeah, over here 13 was considered an unlucky number. Then one of the major political parties of the country, like every party gets a number here for digital voting. And I don't know if they pick the number or if it is randomly assigned or what, but one of the major ones did get 13. So nowadays you can't really say 13 here without it getting political a little bit. Like, a lot of the times as a joke, but some people are kind of weird and it's not as a joke. 6, 8, 9, all lucky for different reasons. A 6 and 9 can be very lucky. Depending. It's not always lucky. It is always nice though. He's not lucky because he avoided getting eaten by 7. I'm surprised 7 isn't like fatter. How do you guys write your 7s? I've noticed when I was writing that little price table on the patrician, I realized that I write my 7s with a little dash going through the middle. I don't know why I learned that. Oh, it's the eyeball guys. These guys are, I think they're dangerous. I don't know how you did that. It's usually like right alt and question mark. It's most common for people to pick. Yeah. Do you guys run a slash through the 7? And if you do you know why you do? Interesting. Like, I get it that people run a slash through the 0 to differentiate it from an O, but why the 7? 9 for something like long life, 8% like prosper, 6% like flow smoothly. That to be fancy. Well, that's a good reason as any. Okay, the left missed. I'm worried about that left. Differentiate from a 2? But the 2 has like a little curly thing on the bottom. Do you guys write your 2 with a curly cursive thing? I do. Like it's... With the cap on the one coworker you worked with would get confused. I put a little feet on the one. It feels like it might topple over if I don't put a little fit. Do you guys do that? You join your force at the top? No. Oh, that's a machine thing. My 4 is not joined at the top. I don't usually cross my zeros either. Like, I usually can get from context if it's supposed to be a number or a letter. You also slash through middle when writing 7 only because it's like that. Ah, interesting. I don't think school taught me to cross the 7. I started doing it at some point for fanciness and now I do it all the time. Stop crossing zeros because it also means no. That's a good reason. The reason I think the main reason I don't cross my zeros is that I have a hard time getting in the middle. Because my handwriting is kind of small. So my 0 is small, so whenever I try to cross it, it ends up too close to one of the edges, so it looks dumb. Mayhong got level 4. Yeah, I think we're getting to our destination here. Oh, I can't go there. The different forms of letters in important documents, checks and things because no chance of cheat by altering it. You have document numbers, F protection form of numbers. No. No. We do it like on checks we did it. Oh shit, there's a lot of these things. We did have a thing where we... For example, we use 1000. Just the word 1000, meaning 1000. But on checks, is the one place we didn't write just 1000. We literally wrote 1000 so people wouldn't put like a 5 to add to your 1000. We have long memories will get their revenge. You got a math degree where it certainly does. Interesting. Yeah, people who got math degrees are weird. In a good way. But you should never cross your zeros. Ah, right, you're talking about like group theory. When you said null, I was thinking of programming. That one's so fair. Congratulations. You can type that. And now your autocorrect is going to learn that, is going to start using that at random places just to mess with you. Congratulations, you've played yourself. Just kidding. Significantly different. I'm aware the first one is a group that has... Oh, Mei Hong fell asleep. First one is a group that has 0 in it. The second one is a group that is specifically empty. Right, 0 and null have different meanings in programming as well. She did not enjoy the number talk, she fell asleep, yeah. Right, the difference between 0 and null in programming is toilet paper. When you go to the bathroom and there is toilet paper on the roll, that is a number greater than 0. When the toilet paper is empty, there is just the tube, the roll, the thing, the brown thing that's at the core. That's 0. When even the tube is gone, that's null. But that's how you teach programming null and 0 to someone. It's a good analogy. Is she still asleep, by the way? No, it only lasts during the combat. Interesting that the things laughing puts people to sleep. I've never heard a laugh that would put me to sleep. I've heard laughs that would keep me painfully awake. Oh, there we go. That's the lift, I think. Yeah, here's the lift. But I want to go around to make sure this. Let me heal her up a little bit. We got more mana. Like, you don't fill up when you level up, but you do get a little bit. So that's decent. Also had a thing where if you left, you then coughed, you ran out of air and fell asleep. I'm glad you're better, friend. Has anyone here as a kid, I mean, if you want to say it was, you were no longer a kid, you are free to do so, but I would recommend you keep it framed as a kid for your own reputation. Has anyone here as a kid once laughed so fucking hard they pissed themselves? I'm not ashamed to say that I have done that as a kid. I was probably 6 or 5. During pregnancy. Yeah, well, that's a complication. That's a complication. It sounds rather serious, it actually does. You've blacked out from laughing so hard once. Alright, that sounds more fun than... Chat, we have implied after sex scene. Western District, Siva HQ building. You know what they do at the Siva headquarters? They fuck. And of course they do this smoking. Nature decided babies and urine bladders need to be in the same location for some reason. Yeah. Nature and evolution is like not good. It's good enough. There's a difference. Do you think things are okay the way they are now, Liu Kei? Master Fei! Oh, she's calling him Master in bed. Why have I been wasting my time on these past 20 years? Fucking you? After all that, I'm just one of the 8 legions. Master Fei, don't be so hasty. Okay, so he finished too quickly. Okay, that's a problem. The bed is humongous. Yeah, I did. Like this scene is actually, there is a screenshot of this on the back of the box, and I did notice the bag was a bit big. There is enough place for 4 people here. Or 8 if they're during action. You can like do like 4 rows of 2 one on top of the other, like, and then you can have like a full. Yeah, you know, because they're part of the 8 legions, maybe that's how it's supposed to work. You put all 8 in here in couples, so you can have like a legion copulation scene or something. The head to foot of it. Yeah, so technically if they wanted to expand, you can put one more couple on the transversal at the bottom. Might be less comfortable with all the feet on your face. Same size as the bed of a hotel in New Jersey. Alex Murphy has been in a hotel in New Jersey. Everyone look at how fancy the person is. All to yourself, that's way too fancy, man. One day I aspire to make as much money as you do. Probably won't happen. I would even wash that pillow. I just looked at the pillow. Why is it a single pillow though? That's one of those body pillows that they put the anime bed shit around when you're alone. Like, but he has someone with him. Does he wait for her to leave, or does he like put like a anime character on that pillow and have a threesome in that bed? To be your pillow yet? That's for a very tall anime character. He's hilarious. Often meeting, appreciate his attitude to what he wants. You mean Lloyd Kaufman from Trauma? Oh, Trauma, one of the Trauma guys. I know, but what we should pay close attention to now are base moves. Well, this is the good pillow talk politics. Like, yeah, we should. But if we obtain Tian, heaven, we might even get a chance to get the upper hand. ... Well, she got closer. She got closer. Don't fade out. No. Trust me. Sigh. Good thing you're not an enemy. Look at the guy is wearing sunglasses in bed. Does he fuck with the sunglasses on? She moved closer because she was afraid of being lost in the bed. I finally found you! You are all the way on the other side of the bed. His head is bizarre, a little bit. His glasses are like... they're not symmetrical. Like there's one part like this and the other part is like wider for some reason. And the wider part has an eye drawn on it. That's not his actual eye, that's drawn on top of the glasses. Big I think his forehead is like... he has those eyebrow tits we were talking about back in September. Just remember those. Looks like he has hydrocephalus, it is said. I had to go and ruin it. Ruin New York on the same holiday was about 5-7. My lord is none other than you, Master Fei. None have come before you, none will come after. Liu Kei. All they're embracing and And they put the cigarette between them, so like their genitals are smoking. Alright, that was a nice elevator ride, I guess. Just ruined that blanket. Yeah, that too. Jenny and I will never make such AI mistakes. That's very important. Yeah, thank you. So fair. Gel implants in his forehead. What are these? These are Nina Tuas. That Nina Tua became one with the wind. I'm worried. That thing seems to be just stating. Eddy of wind. One with the wind. Also, if they're still here, they're just kind of like invisible or something. Okay, someone fled. The wind here? Yeah, it must have been the wind. Every auntie in Sham Shui Po has no reason to destroy him for ruining that blanket. Good. Why are you ruining nice blanket, young man? Oh, this is... Oh, the lift only goes halfway, so we have to keep climbing. I get it. Chat, I was paying attention. I get it. We might end up running out of ammo. We've used like half his ammo already. It's farting out of the physical plane. I would love to do that. Like, oh, I have to be in a meeting. Next time I'm in a meeting that I'm not enjoying, I'll try farting to see if I disappear. What's the worst that can happen? Have you ever tried to disappear from existence and you accidentally shat your pants? Never trust becoming one with the wind. Send your farts to the Shadow Realm. Yes. Not recently, okay. Yeah, no. You get experience with that. Has anyone here, and I say that because it has happened to me, has anyone ever had a grown person confess to you that he just tried to fart and shed his pants? His or hers pants? I had someone share that information with me at this one time a few years back. I'm like, why did you tell me that? Alright, there is no one to attack. Were they drunk? No. That worries me more. Perfectly sober tried to fart. Made an oopsie. Strange scrolling because of how sprites work, so don't really work on MSX. The MSX does not have hardware scrolling, which is why the scrolling is a bit complicated. It has to be done in software. The CPU is not fast enough for smooth scrolling. Never had a fart come close to poop. They are usually very close. They're right next to each other, usually. What are you talking about? Oh, I ran away last time because I wanted to defend and I pressed down one too many times, apparently. Also the kind of thing that you would do. You only tell people if you farted if you know they'll smell it, they can be heard. Right? If you can't get away with it, then you own up to it. It's a terrible conversation. What are you talking about? It's very topical. It's a good year to start the year. Oversharing is a symptom of ADHD. That's interesting. It's an interesting way of diagnosing someone. Guy comes up to you, dude, just yesterday I tried to fart and I shat myself. You might have ADHD. Also, shut up. Starting off strong there. We're on your way to the doctors, you underestimated the fart. Were you going to the doctors for related reasons? See, that thing I talked about to you last time, it just so happens. No? Okay. You have advanced Dungeons and Dragons. This is not normal farting, this is advanced farting. We have been taking very little damage here, even from the newer enemies. Maybe the boots we bought helped. But they only ever take 1 damage. I'm not running away from fights because, you know, you need the levels and like it's better to do the combat while the game is still fresh and you don't mind it as much because eventually it might become a bit grindy. So basically, what I say is that on every game that has this kind of combat, I like to front load the combat as much as I can. I think if you start skipping early, you're just setting yourself up for annoyance. Because you are going to fall behind in how much experience the game expects you to have later. Because a well-designed game like that is like this kind of game, like a JRPG or CRPG or whatever, it is going to give you about as much experience as it should. So you never, if you don't skip combat, well-designed game, if you don't skip combat, then you're never gonna have to farm for experience. You should get about as much as you need, and you only need to farm if you do decide to skip it. Then you're just delaying. You hate when the Siege switched the fart system from Assassin's Creed. Well, I only played the first Assassin's Creed, but did they add farting on a later game? You hate when you hit a wall and realize you need to farm. Yeah, some games have the problem with the farming is kind of mandatory. They have a different stance when they're defending. Like, look, Tianran is going to switch to blocking. Very few games, a lot of games have defending, but very few have like a visual change like that. I want to kill that thing to get my experience. It could exist for a while. Try to make a D&D joke about the old armor system. Oh! Right, yeah, they did change. Because he used to have like, the lower the armor, the better. And then you define it as a Thaco, which is like a 2-hit armor class 0. And then on 3rd edition or something, they changed it so higher armor is more armor. Because some people were confused. Some people are confused by lower is better. Oh no, I can't. I can't play a game where lower is better. Yeah, effect 0. Yeah, some people complain about effect 0, that's what you meant. Terrible joke, Shane. It's fine. Like, yeah, when someone at some point told me, yeah, they changed it so it grows the other way. I'm like, why? Oh, because some people are confused. I'm like, what? There's like, for example, and I get it, but like, Dungeons and Dragons was always fascinating to me because he used all these weird dice. He had the D4 and the D8, the D10, D12, D20. And then you had some other systems like GURPS that were like, oh no, that's such a cool thing that you have all these different die. We're gonna make a system that uses just D6s. So people are not confused. I'm like, dude, that was so cool. Why did you get rid of that? And then you have Vampire the Masquerade, which is the worst of both worlds. Okay, here's a bunch of non-standard dice, so you have to buy them separately, but you only use one. It's just D10s. Like, dude, you either have fancy dice or with a variety. Or you set, like, why would you settle on D10s and nothing else? Ancient X0 has some other reason for the minus 2 select tables. Yeah. No, the armor system was a bit overcomplicated, I can't give you that. But it was fun. Like, you want those systems to be a bit too complicated. Why are there two? You didn't stay very hard there of mechanics. Minus 10 and C is that bad. That's pretty decent. It's funny that Sand, as you said to Lloyd, was I saw your new movie last night about the medical benefits of farts in precision film voice. You cracked up. Congratulations, it's a pretty good story to have to tell. System confused a lot of people. Really? Yeah, thank you. Right, we had to go on the other one, but I'm gonna be like, I want to do these battles. Although these ones with the okay, I'm just running from these. Like, they don't want to fight. I don't want either. Like, I keep thinking we're gonna have to split into different directions, but the game has been very linear, which I do appreciate. That's the one thing that worried me about this game, was we getting lost. It is pretty late. I need to find a terminal. Oh, diagonal walls, so fancy. Look at the little kid with the little trench coat, it's a little me. If you have the VR game Yangtze Duelong 3, Dragon Quest 13, give it to me, please. It is rumored to be quite a masterpiece, but I can't easily download it from Sivanet. So this game happens in the far future where Dragon Quest 13 exists. They shot for a very high number. Oh, terminal. Terminal? Terminal. System ready. Okay, and I do want to do this other shit, but not today. Let me put down a save. It's a lot of progress. I'm gonna put down 2 saves. And I am going to try to get a save state going as well, for safety. Alright, with this, I'm going to stop the timer. 3 hours for the first stream, that we had a lot to talk about the game, so that was pretty decent. And we're gonna come back to this game tomorrow.